Hey there, math students. Welcome to Two-Step Equations Day 2. Our I can statement is I can solve two-step equations. Now today's going to be a lot like yesterday, but there is new material in this video. And that new material is going to be about how to handle problems that look like this. We're not going to worry about all this stuff written up here. Let's start by doing this problem. And what I really want to show you is the difference between this problem. This is exactly like it's written over there. The difference between that and this. So I'm just going to even scribble that out so that it is not distracting us. So here you have x plus 1 over 2, and here you have just the x over the 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this video is going to be about how to handle two-step equations that either look like this or like this. Okay, let's get started. When you have something that looks like this, where there's a bunch of stuff together on top of the fraction and then a number down in the bottom, this is the number that you're going to get rid of first, okay? We got to get rid of the 2. Now, how do we get rid of these numbers? We're going to use inverse operations. So what is happening right now? X plus 1 is being divided by 2. So what's the inverse operation of division? Multiplication. That means we can get rid of the 2 by multiplying through by the 2. So I'm just going to write times 2 here, and I'm going to write times 2 over here. These guys are going to cancel, leaving us with x plus 1 equals 3 times 2 equals 6. All right, now that's not too bad. X plus 1 equals 6. We'll just subtract our 1 from both sides, and I ran out of room, so we'll put it over here. X plus 1 is now going to equal 5. Always a good idea, especially with new problems, just to double check. So let's think about it, plugging it back in. 5 plus 1 equals 6. Divide that by 2, and you get 3. Yes, we did it right. Okay. So when it looks like this, or like this, or like this, you are going to get rid of the bottom number first. Now, what if it's different? What if it looks like this? You have the little fraction thingy, and then a number off by itself that's being added or subtracted. In this case, you do not get rid of the 2 first. What you have to do is get rid of the 1. So let's get rid of it. Get rid of that 1. How are we going to get rid of it? Let's subtract it. Right now it's being added, so we're going to subtract. And then we're left with this. X over 2 equals 3 minus 1 equals 2. Now you just have to get rid of the 2. As you know, when it's dividing by 2, you can get rid of it by multiplying by 2. Using that inverse operation, and then we're left with x equals 4. And again, let's think through it, make sure we did it right. Okay, so if x was a 4, let's see. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. Hey, we did it right. Okay, good. So let's do a couple more examples down here, and then we'll do a couple examples from your homework as well. All right, so we have x plus 4 over negative 5 equals 6. What are we going to get rid of first? Do we get rid of the 4 first, or do we get rid of the negative 5 first? Well, which one of these problems does it look like? It looks like this one, because you have x plus something all up on top of the fraction, right? That means this 5 needs to go bye-bye first, the negative 5. So we're going to multiply through by negative 5 on both sides. These guys cancel, leaving us with just the x plus 4 equals 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. And then we get rid of the 4, and you're left with x equals negative 34. Okay? Now to double check, negative 34 plus 4 would be negative 30. Negative 30 divided by negative 5 would give us positive 6. Looks like we did it right. Okay. But what if this problem was written differently? What if it was written like this? X over negative 5 plus 4, what if that 4 was totally separate and not even part of the fraction, equals 6. Okay, guys, in this problem here, what would you get rid of first? That's supposed to be an x. I hope that looks like an x. Yes, it looks like this one up here. So what you're going to get rid of in this one first is that 1. Over here, what you're going to get rid of first is that 4. So let's do it. Get rid of the 4 by subtracting it. Those go to 0. You're left with x over negative 5 equals 6 minus 4, that's 2. Now we have to get rid of that negative 5 down there. We're going to do that by multiplying on both sides. Okay, these will cancel, and your x is going to equal negative 10. And that's your final answer for this problem. This is your final answer for that problem. So totally different answers. The order of operations is really big in this. If you look at the original problem, in this problem, the first thing that you would do is you'd add these top numbers together and then divide. But over here in this problem, the first thing you would do is divide and then add the number. And that's why there's that big difference. Okay, I want to go ahead and take a peek at your assignment. So go ahead and get your assignment if you have it. If not, you can just take notes on your paper. That is all good. So we have lots of different kinds. Let's look at number 1. So number 1, you have r plus 1 over negative 6 equals 1. Now you know we want that r by itself. My question is, should we get rid of the 1 first, or should we get rid of the negative 6 first? Think about it. Think about what we just did in our notes. Yes, we cannot take apart the r plus 1 because they're stuck together in that numerator of the fraction up there on top. We can't take it apart, so we have to get rid of the 6 first. And we're going to do that by multiplying through by negative 6. So those will cancel, and you're left with r plus 1 equals negative 6. Okay, I'm going to let you guys finish solving that one on your own. Let's look at another one. Let's look at number 2. I'll keep that one in the view. There we go. On number 2 here, think about it. Which number are you going to get rid of first? You have to get the n by itself. So are you going to get rid of the 5 or are you going to get rid of the 2? Okay, if you said if you said get rid of the 2 first, you are correct. Very good work. Let's take a look down here at numbers 8 and 10. Okay, number 8, number 10. Over here, you want to get the x by itself. Should you get rid of the negative 2 first, or should you get rid of the 4 first? Okay, yes. Because the 2 is not part of the fraction, it's out here separately by itself. It's different than that first problem. So that means we get rid of the 2 first. How do we get rid of that 2? Well, it's a negative 2, so let's make it a positive 2. In other words, add 2 to both sides to get rid of it. Negative 1 plus 2 gives us negative 1. Those total to be 0. Negative 2 plus 2 equals 0. And then that gives us x over 4. And then from there, you just multiply both sides by 4 to get your answer. Let's talk about number 10. Is 10 like this one, or is it like one of those from the beginning? In other words, should you get rid of the 2 first or get rid of the 4 first? What do you think? If you said get rid of the 4 first, you're right. Good work. Okay. So on this assignment, looks like there's a lot more over here on this page. Kind of like the last few days, I want you to do the first 14, and then you're good to go, okay? Just the first 14. If you have questions, try to join our next study group. Again, they meet on Mondays at 11 and Wednesdays at 2. And yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching this video. Bye, guys.